everybody, welcome back to A Case of the Mondays. Happy December! Happy second week of working on this little blue train case. Technically blue and green. Don't remember? It's this one. So last week we tore apart the old interior of this case, which needed it. We cleaned the outside, and now it looks like this. It's a blank slate, and it doesn't smell anymore. Yes! I saved all the pieces of the old lining to help us put it back together today with new fabric. So all these little scrappy pieces that right now just look like a pile of garbage are actually going to be the templates that we use to reupholster this case today. And I have some really fabulous fabric that we're going to use. Do you want to see it? So usually I go thrifting to find the perfect piece of fabric to use to reupholster the cases, but this case is extra special. I mean, they're all special, but this one's going to have a special purpose, for a special person, for a special cause. So I looked no further than Spoonflower, which is a website that sells fabric designed by artists all over the world, and I found this one. It has rockets and beakers and constellations and prisms and magnets and helixes. And what makes it even better, it's designed by a woman named Alicia Jepson. Her store name is Robbie Riker. I hope I'm saying all this right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. She is a rocket scientist by day and graphic designer by night. So this fabric not only was designed by an artist, but was designed by a rocket scientist. How cool is that? And it's made on recycled canvas fabric. Way to go, Spoonflower. Way to go, little train case. You're about to get an epic makeover. You don't even know, but it's happening. Let's go. Excuse me. We're gonna cut these out. Scissors. I didn't even realize the camera's tipped. You wanna know a fun fact about this table? This table was passed down from my great-grandfather, and this was what my parents used as a dining room table when I was little. Little leaves that fold out. And now, it's my Case of the Mondays table. How cool is that? Pew! Now we cut. So now we have our bottom and our top. But guess what? They're wrinkly. Oh no! So guess what time it is? It's tiny iron time. Now that we have our two pieces of fabric cut out and ironed, we need to make little soft places to land for the top and the bottom. So we're going to need some cardboard and some fluffy material. And good news, I have both. I have this little fluffy material left over from lots of other Case of the Mondays projects. And as for cardboard, I've got some of that too, which actually kind of works with the theme. Look at that. Is that not meant to be your what? Simply beautiful. Done. Now we get them ready to upholster and put in the case. Let's do it. Start. Look how good it's gonna look. Let's do the same thing to the bottom. Top and the bottom are done. Oh, glowy today. Thank you, sunshine. Bottom is done. Well, almost done. I think we need to write a quote on the back. I know just what I'm gonna say. So, my grandmother always used to say, "I love you to the stars and back." And a few years after she passed away, I was studying abroad in London. I was walking along the river and there was a statue, and at the foot of the statue it said Ad Astra, which means to the stars in Latin. I loved it. I called my mom back in America. I had her trace my grandmother's handwriting from a snickerdoodle recipe, and she wrote out Ad Astra. She scanned it, sent it to me. I printed it out. I traced her handwriting, which was traced over my grandmother's handwriting. 3 generations. I went to a tattoo shop in Notting Hill on Portobello Road. Got a teeny tiny little tattoo in my mom's and my grandmother's handwriting that says Ad Astra. I got it on my right foot because the right side of my body was the one that was most severely impacted when I was in my car accident, which makes the tattoo even more appropriate because the full Latin quote is to the stars through difficulty. or ad astra per aspera. I know I'm not alone in feeling like a lot of things are difficult right now. The whole world seems really tough. But I know that there are people out there that want to change that want to make the world better, that want to learn, that want to grow, that want to encourage others to do the same and to do it with kindness. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It does mean, though, that it'll be worth it. I feel like that's a pretty appropriate note to add on the inside of the last case of 2025, don't you? I actually left you a little Easter egg in last week's cover photo. My little right foot underneath my table. You can see my tattoo. So, we're getting there. Look! Oh my. Enough talking. More redoing. Let's do the edges. Yeah. Time to glue it in. This looks so legit. Look! Oh my goodness. Okay. Now for the edges on the bottom. To make sure that we have a perfectly straight top edge, you know what we need to bring back, right? Tiny iron. Wait, I just remembered that these edges are all bumpy. I forgot a step. We need to use the chipboard to make the side panels. Then we're good to go. Back on track. Can't believe I almost forgot this. Ugly tape. Flip. Now we have our lining. The side edges are done. Got some hidden punklings holding it all together. Now it's time to trim and add it in. Ooh, I just got a really good idea. I bet I could make a pocket. Patented curl and swirl. This looks so good. Okay, one last thing before we finally put it all together. Also, it's dark. Started this in like blazing sunlight. Anyway, we're gonna make a hinge panel pocket. Everyone needs a pocket, so we're gonna make one. Okay, so to wrap this up. If my last feed it through, and there it is. Scrunch the pocket. Good scrunch. Got the extras. Glued the pocket down. Don't tell my dentist. Let's add in the bottom. Okay, get out of here. Chaos out here. Let's go. Man, my hands are tired. The final piece. Oh my goodness. Wait, you know what? I'm not going to show you a sneak peek. I'm just going to do the big reveal and we're all going to cry. I can't decide if my hands are shaking because I'm excited or because I've been methodically reupholstering this chain case. Like, actually shaking. I love it so much. I'm really proud of this one. Do you want to see it? Drum roll. Look at it! This stem fabric is so colorful and so inspiring. It's magic. And look, little pocket. So, now that we know that the inside looks like this, the outside looks like that, maybe you'll come a little bit closer to guessing who this case is for. Let me know what you think about this case. Let me know what you think I should do for the outside. Let me know who you think it's for. I'm so excited to come back next week and paint the outside of this case. I'm just gonna sit and stare at this for a while. You know what I just realized? There's a little dipper. There are stars in here after all. Add Astra to the stars. It all comes together. Of course it does. It's Case of the Mondays. It always comes together. Somehow, through difficulty, we make it work. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.